Great news yesterday after we went off the air.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin's back is what I heard. Yeah. There we go. Tell him, Diggs, this happened literally as soon as we got off the air yesterday.
Yeah, Coach T back. Coach T is a leader of men, and I would be an idiot if I said I wasn't happy that Coach T was back, because who would I be to question him and his great coaching career and every single player?
Well, you already have done that.
No, I don't think so. I don't remember that.
You did that a lot this year. Mm-hmm. Not him directly, but like the whole
alluding.
We'll get there. Who would I be to question all the players in the league that say he's a great coach? TJ Watt said it when he was going through his contract talks. He said, hey, Mike T needs to be my coach. Cam Hayward said it, who's a great player. Listen, Mike T gets the boys up to play, okay? Love Mike T's back. If there are not, I almost swore, if there are not changes other places and we just roll out the same thing that we did the last 5 years, I'm going to lose my mind, okay?
Tone.
Diggs.
What do you mean? We've been above 500 17 years straight.
Great.
Yeah, he has such a good fit on him, too. You should see himself.
Thank you.
Looks amazing.
You do look real cowboy today.
Yeah.
Being above 500, that's cool. You know what's cool is winning playoff games. That's not even cool. Winning Super Bowls is cool.
Amen.
Okay? Everything else doesn't matter. So in the current situation, we haven't done that since 2017 when we lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship.
Oh!
You guys are a long way away from that.
Yeah, we are.
So are
Still
we.
won that.
So are we. Even
Still
though
won that.
it feels like we're closer, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you're the second or third pick or the 18th pick, does it? And at the end of the year, 31 teams are going to be disappointed, and it doesn't feel like we're close to being that one team that's not disappointed. But I don't think Coach T is that issue. But there are, a lot of people blame the Rooneys that they will not pay, elite coordinators, and that's not Coach T's fault. I don't know if that's the truth or not, but that is definitely what a lot of Pittsburgh thinks. So if they go out and, not saying the coordinators need to get fired or anything like that, but there needs to be some reinvigoration of some things there.
A couple of the guys we went to high school with after the interview with Lombardi yesterday, where Lombardi said, if you think you're going to find a better coach than Mike Tomlin, good luck. And that's kind of how everybody talks about Mike Tomlin. A couple guys from our high school said, okay, maybe we don't find somebody better, but maybe we'll go better than 9-8. 10-7 for the next 100 years.
Yeah.
We are about fed up with it. But a lot of people say the same thing. They say Tomlin's able to get above 500 with that roster.
Sure.
With that roster. How come the conversation's always about how crappy the roster is and how shitty the team is? Do you think Tomlin ever thinks about that? And isn't Tomlin a massive piece of picking the roster, or is he hands off with that?
No.
How do they make a change, you think? How does this whole thing evolve?
He is not hands off. He's very much hands on with the draft and everything like that. And I think Omar Khan, who's come in and done very well with the draft so far. The draft wasn't great the few years before Omar stepped in. I don't know. Maybe make a free agent move every once in a while. And they've done free agent move, but like an actual free agent move, like something that. And don't be like, oh, well, we drafted this guy, so we got to stick with this guy forever. And it just the status quo.
No, that's loyalty, remember?
That's right.
They can grandstand on loyalty.
The Steelers' way.
And consistency. You can always do that.
Which worked for them for a long, long time. But, it's not working right now.
Over there in the Pittsburgh Steelers facility where you did not play for them.
Nope.
Son of a bitch.
Could have used him.
Sellout move.
God, when when Josh Allen was doing that full thing, you could see
Yeah.
J.J. Watt.
Yep, been there.
Behind him.
Tracking him.
Wrong. That boom, Sasquatch, coming to get him. We all had visions of that as they were showing the replay, and I'm sure a lot of Yinzers thought to themselves, that would have been nice. But whenever you hear about everything that's kind of taken place after that, with allegedly Tomlin's going to step away, and then the Brooke Pryor question in the press conference being one of the greatest moments I've ever seen in my entire life, documented sports, entertainment, pop culture, whatever, when he just walks off. And then he comes out and says that he's staying to the boys or whatever. That's all a bunch of BS. What are your thoughts on that? And that's not the only building that's having that particular type of situation. I mean, Dallas is wondering what the future looks like right now. Seattle, John Schneider's taking over. It's like a lot of question marks everywhere. How do you think players handle that? And what are your thoughts on all of it in this particular season?
Yeah, I mean, you look in the locker room and you read the quotes of the guys in their exit interviews with the media, and to a man, every single guy has said that they only want to play for Tomlin. Obviously, TJ said it's a big part of his contract negotiation a couple of years ago. He wants to play for Mike T. The only guy he wants to play for is Mike T. Everybody in that locker room loves him, respects him, wants to play for him. I also don't think that means that they're satisfied with the outcome. that means they're satisfied with the way things have gone, and that means they're satisfied with where they are currently. I think there's certainly things that they want to improve and get better on there. But in today's day and age, I also see the people on the other side. I mean, I'm sure Tomlin has a ton of thoughts on this, but, I do see the people's side where they're like, well, if Bill Belichick can be, escorted out of his role as the head coach of a team that he won 6 championships with, why are we in this situation where we can't say that maybe at least have a conversation about our coach? Now, I am personally also fully and well aware of how difficult it is in this league to find a good football coach. And I do think that people think that there's these quick fixes and things. Somebody's going to come in and make this thing miraculously better and figure it all out. I really, really, really do not know if you're going to find many better football coaches in the world than Mike Tomlin.
That's what everybody has said. And then all the Pittsburgh people say, well, can we win more than 9 games, 10 games? Can we win a playoff? That's what they all say. That's literally the answer from all Pittsburgh people. They're like, we understand that we're maybe looking like a bunch of ingrates. Okay, we understand that we have had a success that other teams would dream of, more specifically the Detroit Lions for like the last 30 years before MCDC got to town.
Bingo.
But with that being said, we'd like to reiterate the fact that when the playoffs come around, we know we have no shot. Like, we have absolutely no chance. So what are you dancing with? What are you doing? And that's how Pittsburgh feels.
Yeah, and I think that, something that I would say, this is purely from an outsider standpoint. This is from an outsider standpoint looking at it. I think that you can say that Mike Tomlin is an unbelievable leader of men. He's an unbelievable head coach. There are things that seems to be in that organization. Obviously, this year they had to change their offensive coordinator mid-year, and that offense was a bit of an issue. I do think that there are things that can certainly be improved. But I also think you can also say that there's a lot of things that need to improve, and Mike Tomlin is still the best leader of men for this organization. So I think if you're willing to go into the offseason and have realistic conversations about what needs to happen and how things need to change to make that next jump, but you can also say we should still have Mike T at the helm.